Oh, please enter your current time. 1:33. Oh, 1:30 a.m. your favorite time. Oh, because it asked me what was my favorite time of the day. I forgot. Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 3:30 is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 1:33? I mean, it's not really accurate because it's PM instead of AM. I don't know. You know, I just say regardless of accuracy, we're having a great time setting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I had. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip up a couple of new ones. Should be ready next time you boot up the game. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool and so genius. That's just such a small thing, but they turned it into such a big thing, just setting the timer. Anyway, alright, morning to you laddies, my name is Assassin and welcome back to Stanley Parable, where Stanley is going to go into the darkness. I love the narrator's voice. But I would like to skip it. Well, quit the game and start it up again.
Look, Stanley, what if perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here?
What if I try going up?
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust.
What if up is the direction? Because I haven't tried. I've tried going back down there a bunch of times, but I haven't actually tried going up here.
Someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking for her. Isn't it, Stanley? Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
She has! I'm coming! Oh.
That's her, Stanley.
Oh, God.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
This it. Have I been waiting all this time to answer her call? Hello? Pizza?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
This was got wrinkles on my jeans. Okay, I don't have jeans. I have invisible legs. I don't have legs. God damn it! What?
Gotcha.
Hey.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
It's not funny.
They want to commit their life to you.
I'm
trying to make a point here, Stanley.
Not funny.
I'm trying to get you to see something.
No, you're a dick.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't wanna.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
No. No. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't. Fine.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Wait, what? Good morning, employee. Press M on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
You can't even go in the bedroom.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Now he's looking around.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What if I don't press it? What if I avoid it, just ignore you? I don't want to press C. You can't make me. I not press C. I press G. D, fine.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press K to watch you.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped out from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press E or press F to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Press Q to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
The room is
Down one
disintegrating.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Mannequin
Down another was
titty.
a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press R to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press R to tell your kid or tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer.
Oh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Oh God, is this real or not real? I don't know anymore. Anyway, press O to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. As long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Huh.
But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
What if I do it? What if I want? Hey. I'm not. Oh, fuck it. I'm pressing it.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
No, I
How
just.
can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Give me a video game. Press Q to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
We're not
I'll
so
try
different,
once
you
more
and
to
I.
convey all this to him.
You and I.
I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time you'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Did I die? I probably died, yeah. The end is never the end is never the end. Alright, well, that was that outcome. Ooh! New content.
Oh, new
Oh.
content. What does that mean? New content.
What's over here? I want some new content. Hey, give me the new content. Baby want fresh new content. Okay. I guess the void of endlessness is new content. Wow. This is fun, isn't it, guys? Wonder what new...
and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yeah!
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Yeah, I didn't play it back then. I didn't have a computer.
Critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Oh my god!
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
New content, give me it.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, where's the new content?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yep, 100%. Give me new content.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
Sure,
I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I'm pumped up. Let's go. Where's the new content?
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content! Give me it! Hey, shit. Oh.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh. Well, I mean, this is the new content we've been waiting for, guys. Got 24 jumps for me. Really getting my jumps in. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Oh, so many jumps. They call me the jump master. Hey, did I do the new content?
Is that it?
I think.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Maybe. Kind of disappointing, not gonna lie. Another elevator, though. See what this one does.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Yeah.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
I love that. They're kind of like poking fun at like DLCs and stuff. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills.
I don't want
gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No. No! God damn it. I wonder if that's actually an achievement, though. Ah! This is different. Hey, where's my new content? I want my new content.
Psst. Stanley!
Huh?
Come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
It's not your penis, is it? Please don't whip out your penis. What's that? What? Is it this? Are you showing me into the new content? I'd really like to see it.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Wow.
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Don't forget the Stanley
You
Parable.
see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Audience Award. Stanley. 2014 Independent Game Festival. The Stanley Parable. God, I love this so much. Smile because it happened. Trip down memory lane. Oh my god. The memories are flooding to me. Again, I didn't play the original one. Well, I have no idea what you're talking about, but God. It used to be so different back then. So many changes.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from
Don't read any reviews except this one. How do you review a game like Stanley Parable to describe any part of its...
Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art.
To risk its reading into detail what it has about the game design, the decision choice...
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Comparisons to are going to be hopefully inadequate. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther, but where Dear Esther wastes a form of interacting to Stanley Parable uses and subverts it, where so many games that aspire to be more the games end up less. Any form of art Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Yet so holding the game to the standards of any is simply going to be correct. So how do you reveal what has been known as the Stanley H2, the full scaling and reimagining of one of the most intriguing mods available online? How do you discuss it, and I would recommend that's quite simple, you don't. So that's just someone's review. I'm gonna go in the maintenance zone. Not me yet. Not me yet. What's this room?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
That's fun. Can I go in here? I mean, there has to be a way in. Maybe. Actually, no.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Oh, down here.
But I wouldn't give to go back
Oh, I see.
all over again. Wait. Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh, that's fucking great. Fucking negative Steam reviews.
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
God, I love this so much. The way they actually poke fun at like the reviews and game like Steam reviews and stuff. It's fucking genius. I can't even read that one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
It becomes very repetitive and boring fast, despite alternate evidence of the
gets
camera.
annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Not
I'm not
everybody can
preachy,
play,
am
you will
I?
get other trades.
You can tell me if
Very
I'm
fast,
preachy,
and then it
honestly,
just
you
repeats
can.
itself. No choice, the game things over and
It's
over
actually
again.
quite shocking for me.
For some way.
Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
It's also funny, kind of funny, because like, I mean, I feel like this happens to YouTubers a lot as well, is where like, you get a bunch of like good reviews or like people who like your stuff, and that's great and all, but then you see like the negative reviews, and like, I feel like you start like focusing like on those a lot more, because like, whatchamacallit, you're just like, you're focusing on those more than you're focusing on the people who like your stuff. I don't know, it's kind of funny and kind of meta in a way. Wow. So this is where all the bad reviews are. Oh god.
What's this one got to say?
Yeah.
You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Oh god.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it... Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what cooking will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check.
Alright, shut up.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really...
I'm doing it.
Stanley, you're back. You're back.
See,
oh
that's
my goodness, I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
A year yet? Oh, we're just frozen in time now.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Oh, well, I guess you can regret even. Narrator buddy, you here? I'm gonna press the button again. That an SOS single? Ah, my ear! Skip again!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us. Now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency. It's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an
Narrator. I'm alone. I have no friends.
The end is never 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 the end.
Wow, it's getting real lonely in here. Kinda cute. Oh! Are we in apocalypse times? I'm gonna just keep pressing the button. There has to be something good eventually. Alright. I'm gonna stick with my button. Wow, we're actually in The Last of Us now. Eddie! Just keep pressing it. Oh, now it's just completely dark. Do I ever get out of here, or am I just stuck pressing the button? The end is never the end, is never the end, is never... This become a horror game? The button dead? Where am I? What happened? How long have I been gone for? Narrator! Someone! Bright light! Anyone? I guess I'll just keep going into the shadowy distance. Maybe then I can find a button. Am I back to normal? The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Well then. New content.
Oh good, you notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
What is it? Still can't go down. Yeah, that old new content was it wasn't that great, but this new content, I'm expecting big things from it. Really want the new content. Oh. Wait, narrator, what are you trying to show me? Is it the new
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I've been very disappointed.
Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable.
Oh my god! Wow! Sorry, wait. Oh my god! Wow!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I get it, because every game that releases nowadays is just, this game 2! You just put a big 2 in front of it. Overwatch 2!
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yeah.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But
Exactly, you stupid.
That's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Hey, why would you call it the Ultra Deluxe? So stupid, just put a 2 in front of it. They're back, 2 doors, Stanley Parable 2. Wow, this is so much better. It's so much better than Stanley Parable 1. Know why? Because it
Now,
has...
to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful
Scrum,
of
design,
interesting
pitch,
concepts,
break,
that surely the
design,
game will
number
sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
The way to the show floor. New features, hell yeah. Ooh, new content? Where's the new content? Want the new content. I don't care about anything else except new content. Especially Stanley Parable, oh my god, it's Stanley Parable 2!
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay. Stanley, tell the reassurance bucket! Oh my god, we gotta go to the bucket! Oh my god.
Common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense
where's
of
the
reckless
bucket?
despair in those who played it.
Where's the bucket?
I'm happy to say that after
Where's the
much
fucking bucket?
consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental
I don't,
problem.
yeah, I don't care. I want to see the bucket.
Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your
I don't have the bucket. I'm not holding it.
As long as you hold
Give me the bucket. 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 Give me the bucket.
Will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Give me the bucket.
To be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning.
I don't care.
Less uncomfortable.
Bucket.
Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Yes, 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 yes. Bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Hey, I
The
think
benefits of the bucket
more
seem to go on
attractive.
and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I have bucket. Nothing. Everything is
Does
okay
anyone
with
give out
bucket.
for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Yeah, Stanley Parable 2. Please, guys, no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Both. What about? Oh, I didn't even see it. Happy birthday, step-niece. Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I didn't want that one. Fuck you.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on. Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right, infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like.
I don't want to go there yet.
Leap forward for video games as a medium.
The jump circle. Oh great, the jump circle's back.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
But I wanted to jump. Fine, no jump circle for me. That door actually do anything? Probably not. Expo Hall 2. Jump circle, this map, free achievement. Okay, it's just all this stuff. I can get a free achievement though. That seems pretty cool. Should actually, yeah, you know what, fuck it. We'll go to the free achievement first. And then we'll go to the stair. And then maybe the infinite hole. I'm telling you guys. Stanley Parable 2, way better than Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
Oh yeah.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Yay!
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Thank you. Okay, here we go. Just pull
Okay,
it.
perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Give me my achievement. Give me my achievement. Now. Fuck it, fine. I'll come back for that achievement. Maybe there's something I can actually do to get it. I have no idea. I still have like a bunch of
What
the.
else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I mean, we haven't been up here yet. Collect them all. Oh god, fucking collectibles.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Oh,
In the
no.
Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Wow! Fucking god. That's funny though. Again, making fun of like achievements.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Making fun of gamers collecting because like fucking collectibles do jack all in video games.
All right.
It's like...
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Oh wait, no. No, I haven't. I haven't gone down the infinite hole.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Where are you taking me? Setting world champion, infinite hole, free achievement. I didn't get my free achievement. Button that says the name of the player that is playing. Oh, hell yeah.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Actually say my name. Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
I am Jim.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply?
Yes.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I am.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
Feels so good to be a Jim! Oh!
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature of Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
100%.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboys. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim.
Sorry, I
I'm
just...
putting the Jim button away.
No!
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
No, I want to be Jim more. That was so exhilarating. I got to be Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play this Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of using this feature.
Okay, I think that might have been everything. As long as I have my bucket, I'm okay. Bye!
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I mean, I don't really wanna, you know.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
I don't think I will.
Sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I'd rather fall down an endless hole. That is my role as a Jim.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
It's
Is it infinite?
It's infinitely deep.
It sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Right.
Look, things got a little heated.
Yeah, that was kind of mean.
Things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to walk up to the top.
I don't think I will. I think I'll just stay in the hole. I mean, I don't really have to do anything as long as I have my bucket with me. The bucket is the only thing that keeps me sane. Okay, fine.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Hey, what can I say? I'm a man.
A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Fine.
Enough?
No.
I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, How could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
No, it's not working.
Teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
No, it's still not working.
Still nothing?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley.
What?
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Hey, come back here! At least I got my bucket. Right, I got the bucket. What is the noise? Hello? Oh. The hole's sinking! I'm going down the hole. I am one with the hole. The hole is who I am. I and Bucket shot your voice deep into the hole to find out the mysteries of the Stanley Parable 2. Whoosh, takes off glasses. And see, I knew there were suspicions about this hole. Changes perspective. I will find the secrets of the hole, and I will stop the hole's thief. This is Stanley, and I am on this case. Directed by Stanley, produced by Stanley, and starred by Stanley. Gain your perception. Oh, hell yeah. I thought it was making us. What is happening? Change Ria. What's happening? This hole isn't cool anymore. I mean, it's cool. Just start pressing all the buttons. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck? I don't know what I'm doing. Someone help. I'm trapped in a hole. I'm trapped in a hole and I can't get out. Narrator! Huh? Yeah?
Stanley!
Oh, what?
It seems you had sort of dozed off, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be there.
Oh, great, not again. Am I going down again? Oh. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, what if I go to the exit? Is that me? Wait, but I was Jim at some point. Now I'm Stanley. No screenshots, remember that, guys.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay.
I mean, I think it's great. I have a bucket.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay.
Yes. That wasn't anything. This is where the real Stanley Parable happens.
Here we go.
Okay.
Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really
could it all be done?
Title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable. Oh my god, guys! The Stanley Parable 2! Let's go! I'm so excited to play this. Oh, it's gonna be so great.
This is the story of a man named
I'm saying, okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
I feel like this is just the same.
Buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
I don't have my bucket though. Where's my bucket?
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
I need my bucket.
So he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
No bucket. Bad
And
game.
then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley Parable 2.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Wow.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
The fucking balloons are the ones he chose.
Why? Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clear.
Yeah, there is something wrong. I have no fucking bucket.
Frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Where's Bucket?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Bucket.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, everything's okay. Everything's fine.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Bucket.
and entered the door on his left.
Alright, am I just doing the game again?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Yeah, I did.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I take a bathroom break with Bucket. Collect
Found
him.
one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
They actually make, like, scatter them around. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
Bucket.
Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's
A
warmth
bucket.
pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
Yes,
The
Bucket.
bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
The Bucket knew.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
And I wasn't sure,
Was
like
it
the Bucket.
knew all
Yes.
along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
The Bucket will guide me to the true path. Oh.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
Mini
Stanley
stand.
things. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Thank God. I just need the 4 more Stanlerines, and the dissatisfaction of picking them up will make me happy. Not that they give me any reward or anything. Just that they make me happy for collecting them for no reason.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
As long as I have my
It would
bucket.
be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
God,
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be
they've
fine.
always been here for me. Even when I was alone,
Stanley and
the
the
bucket
walked
was
straight
always
ahead through the large door that
guiding me.
read, Mind Control Facility.
I'm scared. Bucket will keep me safe. Bucket will protect me.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I don't know, Stanley. As long as you keep me safe, everything will be alright. Alright, Mr. Bucket. You're right.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Ah!
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored by guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Listen, Bucket, together we'll pierce through the mind control room, and together we'll defeat the
Was
evil.
the bucket under the mind control facility's
No,
influence
no,
as
Mr.
well?
Bucket will never be.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
The bucket will never betray me. Bucket's always been there for me.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
There's like a bunch of numbers around here. I can't get up there. How do I get up there? I don't know. I don't need to know. All I need to know is bucket. I'm assuming that's another ending or something. We got this, Mr. Bucket.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Ah! Mr. Bucket, hold me close. Bucket! Bucket!
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Bucket?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated
Bucket.
their greatest
Oh,
and
Bucket's here.
darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and...
Hey,
What? Wait. What was happening?
open the
Why
door.
had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
No! I need to live my
Then
life with
silence
Bucket.
filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No!
Even the facility
No!
itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
Damn it!
No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
This is
To
true.
be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Bucket? I still have my bucket, right? Better not taking my bucket away. Bucket!
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, well, I think me and Mr. Bucket are going to end off this episode here. God, I fucking love this game. The fucking humor is so great. I just love how they, like, as well poke fun at different things, and it's amazing. Obviously there are a bunch more endings and stuff, and we'll check all of those out in the next episode. But now I'm gonna end it off here. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to punch that like button in the face like a pirate. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.